What up, YouTube family? Welcome back to the channel. Today what we're going to be doing is assembling my small block dart block 409, and I finally got the heads back, as you can see, and I got everything laid out on the table to assemble the top end. We're going to put the cam in today, the lifters. Everything is clean and ready to go. So come on this journey with me, and we're gonna put this motor together. Hopefully we'll have this car ready in about a week or so. We're gonna take all the turbo stuff off the other motor that I sold and bolt everything on to this motor right here. So let's hop right on into this video, and I'm gonna be giving y'all a rundown on how much everything costs to build a streetable 1500 horsepower small block Chevrolet. Can drive anywhere you want to drive on pump E85 and make power, or if you do pump gas, you have to turn it down a little bit and make power. So let's jump on into this video and get going and get the stuff assembled on this motor right here. First thing we're going to do is, of course, take the plastic off the motor. Definitely got to do that. I'm outside. I have a lot of trees in my backyard, stuff blowing, pollen season. I already got the, I'm gonna kind of throw this plastic back over the top of the motor just so nothing won't drop down in there while I'm not looking. But as you can see, I already got the number one piston up. The dot on the crankshaft is pointing straight up. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna assemble the camshaft, and we're gonna lube it up. It's already clean and everything, and we're gonna lube it up and assemble it in. And I see a lot of people, they put assembly lube all on the lobes of the camshaft. You don't have to do that. Put your little assembly lube on this part right here, and that's all you need. And then when you prime the motor, you'll be good with, you know, oil and getting right there when you prime the motor. But yeah, you ain't got to put this whole bottle up and down the whole camshaft. Nah, put you a little right here, a little on the gearing right there. Let's get this thing lubed up and slid in. That's all you need, just a little bit, because you got to think you're gonna prime the motor anyway. And I pour oil in mine with the lifters out sometime. Let's see. Let's get a little on this sprocket right here. I ain't gonna bore y'all too much with the music. Usually I fast forward a lot of stuff. Some stuff I'm gonna fast forward with this build right here. Some stuff I'm not, because I want to talk to the people. So yeah, we're gonna get this cam slid in. Thing tight. There we go. It slid in. Put a little bit more lube on there. And this a billet roller cam. 680, close to 700 lift cam. Very streetable. Come on, baby. Get on in now. There we go. Boom. Cam is in. Clean my hands off a little bit. Get some of that gooey stuff off. Get the cam sprocket out. Make sure you have your cam button, cam locking plate. First, find my dot. Make sure you always find your dot on your cam sprocket. Let's see. Move this cam this away a little bit. I'm gonna use this to move it. Alright, let's see. Alright. We line up now dot to dot. Line up dot to dot. Got that in. Bam. Cool. Tighten that up. All right, y'all, I had to get a hammer. So like I said, I was gonna go over pricing with y'all on this bill. So make sure y'all stay tuned to the end. I'm gonna give you a whole breakdown of how much everything costs. All right. Now we got the timing chain in, on, and the cam is in. Now, as you can see, I got the SCE head gaskets, and I always run this spray right here. I don't care that they got the little seals and all that. I'm gonna spray my gaskets with this right here. The MLS gaskets, spray it with this right here. I'm gonna spray this with all my head gaskets, unless it's like a paper gasket from, Fel Pro or something. I won't use this then. So what we're gonna do next, we're gonna figure out all these studs, and I'm gonna put y'all in a time lapse while I put the studs in the block, and I'm gonna spray the head gaskets and let them be dry while I'm studding the block, and we're gonna go from there with going ahead and dropping the lifters and the heads on. got everything in. Well, I ain't gonna say everything. We got the head gaskets on, cam so far. Now we're gonna proceed to go ahead with the lifters, because these are 300 thousandths taller lifters that go in this particular block. And just like with an LS block, you can't get the lifters out with the head. Well, LS block, it'd be kind of up under there in the damn head, but you still can't get the lifters out, 3 thousandths taller lifters out with the heads on, or you can't get them in with the heads on this particular small block right here. So let's go ahead and drop the lifters on now, and then we're gonna proceed on to put the heads on. Alright, you can see head studs done, cam installed, solid roller lifter, lifters installed. Now it's time to put the heads on and keep on with this build. All right, y'all, this right here is a little tech tip. This is what I do to my washers, the one that go right here for the small block, especially when you got big valve springs. Now with small valve springs, I don't think you got to do it, but I take a washer and I shave it down on both sides so it'll fit down in there correctly. And it's not gonna hurt nothing. So it'll drop right down in there, boom, just like that, and you run your bolt down. So it keep you from having to fight with that particular washer going down in there. Usually I put this like this, but nah, just shave it down a little bit and it'll drop right down. It'll drop right down in this particular bolt. This is the only one you got to do like that. The only one I do like that. So just a little tech tip on how I do my thing, you know, with the heads. Alright, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna torque it down in sequence. So we're gonna do 25 pounds and then come back 50 pounds and then come back 75 pounds, either 65 pounds total. So that's what we're about to do now. So pause on the play, y'all. These right here, it's not gonna work for the simple fact I can make them work, but I'm not gonna do it. The body is too big. It's hitting the springs entirely too much, and I already grind down on it. I don't want to grind down anymore. So just gonna hold these, put them to the side for something else, and I'm gonna go with the Scorpions. So now what I'm gonna do, these for the AFR heads right here, standard, no offset, 1.6s. So they're gonna put my cam like 710, somewhere along in there. But anyway though, so I finna go get the girdle, because AFR head take a special type of girdle, and I'm going to get the girdle and some push rods. I already did my push rod length. I checked my push rod. You can't see it. That's a length checker right there. You can see it a little bit, but yeah, I already checked it. So I need some 8-inch push rods, 800,000s or whatever they want to call it, push rods. And I'm going to get the girdles, and I need some flywheel bolts while I'm down now. And I think that's about it. And that'll sum up the Valvetrain. So let me go ahead down here, shoot the summit, and get this real quick. Alright, y'all, we done made it down here to summit. Go ahead and see what they got going on. Need to grab these parts, get this ball going. Reggie, what up?
Alright.
You alright?
Yes, sir.
Need to grab some paws, man.
Alright.
Alright. Small block Chevy. Flex plate bolts, ARP. Just in time, you ain't have nobody. I ain't think you would.
So you saying
The girdle, yeah. These right here, this here right here. These for the 220. And they say they recommend these right here to go with it. 716, and that's because they don't come with it, right? And I need these right here, small block shape. That's it.
What's that phone number?
Getting that old motor together, man.
Factory work.
Finally got the heads on it. Tore it down. I was gonna get some shaft off, but the one I got, they hitting the body of the body of it hitting the spring too much. And I cut a little bit on it, but I ain't gonna cut that much to clear, so I just saved it for another project. Something with a smaller diameter spring.
So the spring was probably do it on an inch or 5/8. Once the max.
I think it's whatever the biggest AFR put in there. 555 or something like that. Yeah.
550. Inch 1550.
Yeah.
They got an inch 625.
Yeah.
The biggest one.
So I went with the individual scorpions. I already had them. Put this in the dirt on there and be done with it.
That's all we need, sir?
Yeah, that's it.
Master cylinder for 72.
Gotcha.
You know me, I get up to the counter and think about something else though, but yeah, that's it for right now though.
All right.
Alright, appreciate it. Alright. Alright, y'all, I got everything I need. Headed on out. Headed back up to my side of town. I'm back from Summit, and we're gonna go on and go with this setup and what we got to do to get it on. So, but first, let me do this. Since I'm not running the shaft rockers, I'm gonna go ahead and take the bolts back out right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side, and install my head studs. That way I can keep up with everything, and plus there's no need of having the bolts in there if I ain't got the shaft rockers, and I don't need the clearance with the individual rockers. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop these out and install my head studs back and torque the head down on these 4 right here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and retorque these studs down. All right, y'all, we got the head studs back in. Now, what we finna do is go ahead and put the guide plates in the 7/16 studs. And you wanna make sure when you're doing the 7/16 studs on a small block Chevy that you wanna put Let me focus. You want to use Teflon tape for the simple reason that bolt hole right there, it runs straight through the intake runner. You don't want oil to go down this thread right here and get into your intake runner. So you use Teflon tape on the intake side. So let's go ahead and get those installed right quick, and then we're gonna do the push rods and adjust the valves. Got this thing on together, got the Valvetrain together, adjusted the valves. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna flip it upside down and start on the oil pan and get the oil pump on. That way in timing chain cover. That way I can go ahead and prime it before I put the intake on, and then slap the intake on there and go from there. Yeah, man, we got all buttoned up now. Looking good, looking good. Yes, sir, look real good. Yep. So what we're gonna go ahead and do now is pour some oil in it, put some oil in the oil filter, and go ahead and get it primed up, and then put the intake on, and then we'll be good to go with putting the front accessories on and putting the turbos on and all that good stuff right there on. So yeah, stay tuned, keep watching. So yeah, y'all, real windy out here, so I got this thing right here covering up the motor, so nothing won't blow down in there. But yeah, I just got through priming it, and that's what you want right there. Oil coming out of all valve. That's what you want right there on both sides. That's what you want. Oil coming out of all 16. That's what you want. So now, got that done. I'm gonna go ahead and clean the intake up and go ahead and put that on, stall the intake, and keep it on pushing. And on this application, we went with the 1207s. See how good they is? They don't block nothing. With these 220s, AFRs, these the ones I always run. So we're gonna go ahead and sit the intake on there. Let that China wall kind of tack up a little bit more than what it is. We're gonna go ahead and sit that intake on there. That ain't nothing but money right there. That ain't nothing but money. That's pretty. All right, y'all, now that we got the engine all sealed up, valve covers on, intake on, we're gonna go ahead and put the turbos on and the front pulley set up, and let's keep going. I appreciate y'all tuning in on this episode and watching. So y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, and comment for the next episode. I'll be putting the engine in and getting it running, and hopefully headed to the track here pretty soon. I'm thinking about putting the rims back on, so we'll know next episode is I'm gonna tune with the rims or I'm gonna tune with the slicks on it. So stay tuned to see what I got in store next, and peace.